There is a mistake many people make when they decide to change their lives. They believe change must arrive like thunder. They imagine waking up one morning with endless discipline. The fear is gone. The doubts are silent. The old habits no longer have any power over them. They wait for the day they finally feel ready. Ready to exercise, ready to study, ready to leave what is hurting them. Ready to start the work they have been postponing for years. But readiness is not something that arrives before you move. Very often, readiness comes after you move. A man once went to an old teacher and said, "I want to change my life, but I do not feel strong enough." The teacher took him to the foot of a mountain. The man looked up and said, "How can I climb that? It is too high. I will never reach the top." The teacher bent down, picked up a small stone, and placed it in the man's hand. "Do not climb the mountain," he said. "Walk to the next stone." That is all. Most people are not defeated by the size of the mountain. They are defeated by staring at it for too long. They look at the body they want to build, the money they want to save, the book they want to write, the relationship they need to repair, the peace they want to find. And because the distance between where they are and where they want to be feels enormous, they stay still. Not because they are weak, not because they are lazy, because change asks you to step outside what feels familiar. Your comfort zone is not proof that you lack ambition. It is simply the place your mind already knows. It knows the habits you repeat. It knows the excuses you use. It knows the distractions that make you feel safe for a few minutes. Even when those things are not helping you, they are familiar. And what is familiar often feels safer than what is possible. That is why change feels difficult. Not because you are incapable of it, but because one part of you wants a better life, while another part whispers, "Stay here. At least here, nothing surprises you." But there is a difference between safety and stagnation. A bird is safe inside its egg, but if it never breaks the shell, it never learns the sky. You do not need to rebuild your whole life today. You do not need a perfect plan. You do not need to become a completely different person by next week. You need one small act that proves you are no longer fully controlled by the old pattern. One microshift. Drink water before coffee. Walk for 10 minutes. Read 2 pages. Write 1 paragraph. Send the message you have been avoiding. Put your phone away for half an hour. Go to bed a little earlier. Save a small amount of money. Say no once. Begin once. These things may look small, but your life does not change because other people think your step is impressive. It changes when you stop abandoning yourself in small moments. That is where momentum begins. Not in a dramatic speech. Not in a perfect morning routine. Not in a promise you make when you are emotional. Momentum begins when you do one thing that the old version of you would usually avoid. The old version says, "Tomorrow." The new version says, "5 minutes." The old version says, "I need motivation." The new version says, "I can begin without it." The old version says, "It is too small to matter." The new version says, "Small is how everything begins." Look at a seed. It does not become a tree by trying to look like one. It breaks open underground where nobody sees it. It grows slowly, quietly, a little at a time. No one applauds the first root. But without that hidden beginning, there is no tree, no shade, no fruit, no strong branches. Your progress may be invisible at first. That does not mean it is not real. There will be days when the small habit feels pointless, days when you feel tired, days when you miss the comfort of your old life. That is normal. The beginning of change is often not exciting. Sometimes it is boring. Sometimes it is repeating the same small decision again and again. But every small promise you keep becomes evidence. Evidence that you can trust yourself. And self-trust is not built by saying positive things in the mirror. It is built when your actions begin to match your words. When you say, "I will walk," and you walk. When you say, "I will begin," and you begin, even slowly, even badly, even when you do not feel confident. A river does not carve through stone because it is violent. It carves through stone because it keeps moving. And eventually, even the hardest ground begins to change. So do not ask yourself, "How do I change everything?" That question is too heavy. Ask yourself this instead. What is one small thing I can do today that the person I want to become would respect? Then do that thing. Do not wait until you feel ready. Do not wait until the fear disappears. Walk to the next stone. Then the next. Then the next. One day, you will look behind you and realize that the mountain you once feared has become the ground beneath your feet. You did not change your life in one giant leap. You changed it the way all lasting things are changed. One small step, then one more, then one more.